Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Weekly Korean class. Yay! My name is Keijun. 안녕하세요, 케이준입니다. And 안녕하세요, 침씨입니다. Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. And I already see the comment. Kishore and Chris, 코아티 파웰. 안녕하세요, 안녕하세요. Welcome, welcome. I'm very happy to see you. And let me introduce today's topic. 따란! Today we are going to talk about compound Korean vowels, week 4, which means we have videos for week 1, 2, 3. Yes, you can find these videos on our YouTube and Facebook, so please check them out if you haven't learned the previous alphabet. But even without the knowledge of previous alphabet knowledge, you can still watch this video today, so please keep watching this video until the end. And 안녕하세요, 가일런. Welcome on Facebook too. Awesome. 코아티 씨 맞아요. 시작해 볼까요? Shall we start? And Rajendra, hi. And Chris 씨, exactly. Thanks for mentioning that all the time because that's what I wanted to mention today. So today we are going to learn all of these Korean vowels, compound Korean vowels. So we already learned the basic Korean vowels and today we are going to combine them. So combined Korean vowels. And I'm sure you want to practice writing Korean alphabet Hangul, right? So when you learn the alphabet, you need to practice writing. Just looking isn't enough. Need to practice. That's why we prepared this free Hangul writing worksheet. You can find these. This is cool, right? I have it here. You can download this free Hangul writing worksheet from the link in the description. And 바라kat, 안녕하세요. Jan, if you click the link in the description, you will see a page like this. Just first log in or sign up, and you will be able to download this PDF. You will see the blue button. Just click it. If you are a member of Korean Class 101, you can just download it immediately. If you are not a member of Korean Class 101, you will see a page like this. So make sure to log in or sign up for Korean Class 101 for free. We have paid membership, but to download this free Hangul writing worksheet, you do not need a paid membership. Free membership will allow you to download this. So please check it out. I hope you will like it. And 사티암, hello, how are you? And 코아티 맞아요. 구독, 좋아요, 여러분. So subscribe to this channel and click the like button. Your support is big motivation for us to continue make contents like this. And Emily, Miss J, and Janet, Katie, 안녕하세요, 안녕하세요. So I think our regular students are all here. So shall we start? 시작해 볼까요? 따란. Well, at the beginning, just like last few months, I want to look at the Hangul block very quickly. Because, you know, there are always new viewers and for them, this might be so complicated. So I want to give you very short brief about the Korean alphabet, Hangul. So Hangul looks like this. Hangul. So Korean alphabet always looks like this. It's like square. It looks like square. For those of you who never learned the Korean alphabet, to you it looks like, what? It's just a combination of random alphabet, right? But actually, nope, it does have rules. So we put consonant here. So here, these are consonant. And we do have vowel here. Vowel comes here or here. Right here. And this part is optional. You can put consonant if you want, or if you don't want to put consonant, that's fine. So it depends on the letter. Some consonant, some letters like this includes this final consonant. But some letters do not include the consonant. So it depends on the letter. You're okay with this Hangul block, right? Hangul block, right? And there are like consonant vowels, and this is called 받침. The final consonant is called 받침. But today we are going to focus on this. 따라, vowel. So we are not going to talk about this consonant here. So just vowels. So what vowels? As I mentioned, is compound vowels, or it's easier to understand if I say combined vowels. So we already learned the basic vowels, and you know what? You can combine those vowels, combine them, and make new vowels. And this is the today's lesson about. 짠! The first compound vowel is this. 에, 에, 에. So this one, you probably think, is it compound vowel? Why? Well, the origin is this. Origin is 짠. Not this one. 짠, 짠. 아 plus 이 is 에. What? Teacher, it's 아 and 이, then it should be I, right? Why is 에? So open your mouth just like ah. And with the shape of your mouth, try to pronounce 이. 아, 이. Then it sounds like 에. So first, make your mouth like ah, and try to pronounce 이 as in 에. So this is the 에 sound, the Korean S sound. So as you hear, the pronunciation is 에. And I think it's simple, right? I learned a few languages, and so far, most of the languages that I learned include these sounds. And my Korean students didn't find any big problems to pronounce this, so I'm pretty sure you will be okay with this, right? 에. So this is a pronunciation, and we write it like this. 1, 2, 3. So it has 3 strokes. Again, 1, 2, 3. It looks like H, right? H, alphabet H, like herb, head, human. But well, the pronunciation is different, but it's an E sound, E, because it includes A, I, E. So, E. Okay, so how do Korean people write it? As a handwriting. We just write it like this, simple, right? Or some people want to write it really quickly like this. So it depends on the person, you know, the handwriting depends on the person. So some people write it like this, or this, up to them. But I just want to introduce many different handwritings, so you will expect these different handwritings still means the same thing. Kwati, good comment. Actually, I wanted to talk about that when I introduce you the other sounds. So thanks for letting me know. Letting others know. I mean, I wanted to talk about that a little later in a few minutes. And Jolie, 안녕하세요. 네, 잘 지냈어요. Thanks for joining. 오랜만이에요. Bracket, exactly. It's S sound. Very good. So, 사키 안녕하세요. So I have an example word for you, everyone. And Akshay and Sumipati 짠. Do you know this word? The first word is 내일. 짜잔. 내일 means tomorrow. So it does include the 에 sound as in 내일 means tomorrow. I'll watch movie tomorrow. 내일 영화를 볼 거예요. I'm lying. I'm not going to watch a movie, but just an example. Another example is this. 새. This is onomatopoeia that birds make. This is a sound that Korean birds make. So 새. It includes a sound, right? It means bird. 내일 새. And it's simple, right? Writing is simple. I'm sure you can do that. 수미파티, yes, 쌤. It's a slang word to call 선생님 in a shortened way, 쌤. And it does include a sound. 코아티, 맞아요. 새 also means new, something new as an adjective. For example, new phone is 새 핸드폰. 새 핸드폰, it means new phone. So it has many meanings. Very good. Okay, so we have the next letter. And do you know how to pronounce it? Let me give you some hint. So this one is basically, there are two ways to remember. I just want to see which one is easier for you. The first one is this. Ya plus E is this sound. Or, do you remember the S sound? S sound previously? So it was S sound, but if you know Korean vowels, you probably know that by putting one more line like this here, it becomes yes sound. Yes sound. Again, this one was A, but oops, this one becomes ye. So if there are double small strokes, it always, well, Chim is hiding the letter. Yeah. It's okay. You can see it here. So anyway, so if you want to memorize this way, it's ya sound, ya, and e. So try to pronounce ya, and try to pronounce e with the shape of the mouth when you pronounce ya, ye. So it becomes ye. This is the origin. This is just the origin. And this is ye sound. Ye. It's like yay! Yay! Yes, you do have these sounds, right? Yeah. So it's a little different from ya in English. Yeah. Are you chim? Yeah. It's not ya, it's more like ye. Ye. Okay. So this is how Korean people write this vowel. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it has 4 strokes. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay, 4 strokes. Okay, so let me quickly introduce how native Korean people write it quickly. So in normal cases, we write it like this. However, some people are in a hurry, or some people love writing quickly. We are busy people. Then they write it like this. 짠. Did you see that? Like this. The key point is between two vertical lines, there's something too like this. But the most common one is, or like this. Like this. It's more precise. I just put this consonant here because, well, we don't write vowels only. So when I write vowels only, my handwriting is a little awkward like this. This is not correct. This is the correct one. So, do the vowels have names or do just call them by their sounds? Emily, good question. They don't have names. Vowels do not have its own name, but we use their sounds directly. So only consonant have its own name. And 스토아 씨 안녕하세요. Okay, so here are some examples. Actually, this vowel is not used so commonly. I mean, these are the common words, but there are not many words. Only a few words. So first example is this. 얘기. 얘기 means story. It's shortened form of 이야기. 이야기, it means story. And 이야기 can be shortened as 이야기. 얘기. Okay. And the other thing is this. 개 means that child. It's actually shortened form of 그 아이. 그 means that, I means child. And it's shortened as 그얘 or 그애. Let me just change to more common one. 그애. And it's shortened as 개. So it's shortened form. It means that child, that person. So when you refer to someone and not so politely, that kid, that child is 개. Messy handwriting. I agree. I mean, we want to write it quickly. Okay, so here's the next vowel. 따란. So it's called 에, 에, 에. So the combination is this. plus E as in 에. How does it work? So first is sound. Make your shape of mouth as in and try to pronounce E as in e. So with the shape of mouth, when you pronounce sound, and try to pronounce E as in e. So it's 에. So this is a stroke order. 1, 2, 3. It's simple. 짠. Again. 1, 2, 3. 짠. It's 에. And Korean people write it quickly like this. 에 or 에. For example, like 에. I just put random consonant here. 에. So, well, hopefully this help you write Korean faster. So, as Kwati just mentioned a few minutes ago, actually, have you noticed? 짜잔. 에. And this one is 에. Again, this one, 에. This one, 에. So theoretically, there are differences. For 에, for the first one, this one, we need to open your mouth bigger. 에. And the other one, just like when you pronounce sound, your mouth is a little smaller than sound, right? That's the difference. But please remember, in real life, we don't really pronounce all the vowels 100% accurately. So these days, young people do not distinguish these two vowels. So they are almost the same. They sound the same. My parents' generation tend to pronounce these vowels more correctly, but these days, my friends don't distinguish. So don't worry how you pronounce 에 or 에 because, well, native Korean people do not pronounce it differently. However, we have different romanization here and here because, we need to show the letter is different, right? If you write it exactly in the same way, then nobody knows which alphabet this romanization mean by. That's why the romanization is different, but actual pronunciation is almost same. I would say just same. 스토아 씨 고마워요. 고마워요. Thank you. Next. Thanks a lot. I truly appreciate it. And 사태함, you are so sweet too. Thank you. Okay, so I prepare some example words like this. So first letter is this. 베개, pillow. 베개, pillow. And 4살, 4 years old. Oh, it's so cute. Like this, 4. 4살 means old. So 4 years old in Korean is 4살. Okay, very good. So these vowels is simple, right? Just looks like this. Okay, so let's move on. The next vowel is this. 짠. As you can guess, is the 여 plus E. 예. 여 plus E. So pronounce 여 first. Make your mouth like 여 and try to pronounce E. Yeah. So it's just yeah. But actually this sound exists in English like yeah, or yeah. So I think you're okay with this sound. It's yeah. It's not yay, it's yeah. And well, again, remember the previous sound? It was right? But by putting one more stroke, it's just yeah. You can memorize it this way. Whichever easier for you is fine. It's just the same thing. Okay, so it's yeah, and Korean people write it like yeah. This is a standard one. Some people who write it fast is this, as in yeah, yeah. Or some people write it like this, like yeah. So there are many ways to write it. The point is there are two lines here and you put something here. So stroke order is this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you see that? One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. So write the short stroke first, 1, 2, and 짠. Long strokes later. Akshay, thank you very much. That's a good example. And 99, potato, thank you very much. And Mariam, 안녕. Hope you enjoy this class. So 옛날 means long time ago, and it does use the target letter. Good, very good. So here's an example. It is 계란, 계란, egg. Another example is this. 예약, reservation. And another quick tip. 예 and 예. Don't they sound very similar? And as you can probably guess, theoretically, the pronunciation should be different. With the first sound, you should open your mouth a little bigger than the second sound. Again, the second sound, your mouth is a little smaller than first sound. However, in daily life, we don't pronounce each vowels too accurately because we want to speak fast. So in daily life, we don't really differentiate the sounds anymore. It sounds almost the same when we speak in daily life. I think announcers in the news might pronounce it differently because they have to pronounce things super accurately. But when I talk to my friends, my friends were born and grew up in Korea. My parents grew up in Korea. These people pronounce in the same way. So unless you want to be the announcer in Korea, it's okay to pronounce in the same way. Okay, so make your life easy. Don't try to spend too much time on small details, but just pronounce in the same way to make your life easy, simple, beautiful. Okay, let's move on. This one is a little difficult one because this sound does not exist in English. So but it's more accurate to say this. Officially, we write it like this, but okay, let me rephrase it. So officially, we write it like this, but the pronunciation is a little similar to this. But don't worry about this. Anyway, this romanization, this Romance alphabet, the English alphabet, cannot describe this sounds correctly simply because the sound does not exist in English or the Romance languages. So this sound is like this. 의, oing. So can you guess? So this is plus plus e. Why did I write English alphabet? E. So So you first make the mouth like and pronounce e quickly, as in 의. So this is a pronunciation. So this is a very tricky pronunciation. So you need practice. Okay. 야사입, like yes. Yeah. If you speak French, it sounds a little like Spanish yes, which is we, right? But it's we. Yes, 쿼티 씨 맞아요. So 의 can be a possessive particle in Korean. And 갈론 씨 맞아요. You have the examples I prepared. And Akshay, Very good. 의사 is another great example which use this sound. So, 짠. Here's a stroke order as you probably saw already. 1, 2. It's very simple. 1, 2. Okay, good. So when you write the Korean vowels, try to write it from left to right. Like first this one, next on the right one. Okay, so the handwriting is simple. 1, 2. Or some people write it really quickly. It will look like this, as in 의, 그, or 를. Well, this letter is not commonly used, but as an example. So like this. Then it becomes one stroke, not two stroke. So 짜잔. Here are some example word for you. 짠. Yes, here. 1, 2. 의자, chair. And this one, 희망, hope. Did you notice something? It's a very important thing. Seriously important. So when 의 is used at the beginning of a syllable, it's clearly pronounced as in 의. However, if it's not 의, but there's other consonant instead of 의, like he, 기, 니, we don't really pronounce it like 의, but we just pronounce it as in he, 기, 니. So this 의 sound is almost only exists for 짠, like this. When it's used with 이응 at the beginning of the syllable. Again, beginning of a word. What happened if it comes at the second syllable, as in, do you know this word? 강의. It means lecture. If I read this alphabet letter by letter, it becomes 강의. However, when I read with liaison or the connection, linking sound is just 강의. So when this 의 comes in the middle of the syllable or at the end of the syllable, then it just sounds like 이. So most cases is pronounced as 이. 희망, 기, 니, 강의 is 이 sound. However, only if this 의 is used at the beginning of a word, then it's pronounced as 의, clearly. Okay, but when 의 is used as a possessive marking particle, it's a different story, but it's pronounced as 에 in the middle. But don't worry about this possessive marking particle. Let's focus on the general pronunciation. So it's 이 sound most cases only when it's used at the beginning of a word is 의. Okay, it's clever. Yes, 코아티 씨 맞아요. So you already mentioned that when used as a possessive marker, it becomes 에. Exactly. Very good. Jolly. 의자. 맞아요. Okay, let's move on to the next sound. The next is this. As you can guess, this is 오 plus 이. So 오 plus 이. And it becomes 왜. So same, pronounce like 오, and pronounce 이, 오, 왜. So with the origin is this. Origin is with the shape of your mouth, pronouncing o, pronounce 이, 왜. So it's more like 왜. So start with o sound, o, and pronounce 이 sound inside your mouth. Not 오이. It's not 오이, but it's more like 이 sound is inside. The shape of your mouth is 이, as in 왜. So if this explanation is difficult, don't worry, just memorize it as 왜. I'm just introducing the origin of this, how these letters are made. Okay. So, 가일론 씨 맞아요. It's a good example. Thank you. It's 왜. Okay, so then I want to introduce the stroke order. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Again, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So how do Korean people write it? On the note with their hands. So it's like 1, 2, 3, or some people write it like this. 1, 2, 3. Depends on their handwriting style. Or some people will write it like this. As in 쾌, 뇌. It really depends on the person. But the point is there's something here, and at the bottom there's something here, and long stroke on the right. So it's 왜. Okay, so my example is not this. My example is this. Ta-da! Forget about the other words. We will focus on this. That's a nice example. Akshay, 맞아요. 외롭다. It means lonely. And 가일롱 외국어. It means foreign language. So that's a perfect example. And my example is this. 회사. Okay, the other example is this. 뇌, brain. So 회사 means company, 뇌 means brain. Both of the sounds use 왜. It's like when I go to Korea, when, 왜. And replacement, yes, these are not everyday lives. This is live right now, but I do the live streaming every Thursday, 1 p.m. in Korean time. So Korean time, 1 p.m., which means the time is different in your country. So please join it again, replacement. Okay, so these examples are fine, right? Let's move on. My next example is this. 와. As you can see, the origin is simple. We have the O sound, and now we have the A sound, and pronounce it quickly. Wa. It becomes wa. It's like, wow. wow. So wa. So the stroke order is this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you see that? One more time. It's not difficult. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's 4 stroke. And let me quickly show you the handwriting too. So Korean people write it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 is fine. Some people write it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or some people, mostly busy people, write it like this. As in 과. Or busier people writing like this. 과. Did you see that? So it looks like this. And you put the vowels here as in 와. 과. So well, some busy people write it like this. Yes, I heard Korean is very similar to Tamil. So good for you. You have advantage of learning Korean. And 가일런 씨, 맞아요. 왕 is a good example. And Jolie, 맞아요. Good example. 외래어, loan word, foreign word. Thank you for sharing that. And Akshay, 화장, makeup, 화요일, Tuesday, 과자, snack, perfect. But I prefer different example like this. So my example is this. 사과. 과. It means apple. And another example is this. 화과. No. It's like tongue twister. 화가. It means painter or artist who draw, paint, illustration. 화가. Wow. Are you okay with it? Replace. Tamil is one of the languages from in India. So in India there are many different languages, and one of the popular one is Tamil. And the Tamil's grammar and some vocabulary are very similar, as I understand. 사탐 감사합니다. Thank you. And let's move on to the next alphabet. Oh, we are busy today. We have many alphabets, many letters. So the next alphabet is this. As you can probably guess, O plus E sound. And these sounds make it like O, E. Can you pronounce it quickly? O, E, O, E, we, we. So it becomes we sound, we sound. Then you probably be wondering, it sounds very similar to we, isn't it? Remember, we just learned this, right? We. It sounds too similar, right? Exactly. If you say the first alphabet and this second alphabet to native Korean people, well, they can't distinguish. And ask native Korean people, can you pronounce the first one? And they're like, we. Can you pronounce the second one? We. So, it's same. Theoretically, this should open your mouth a little bigger, but we don't pronounce it. We don't pronounce that way anymore. So just think, these two alphabet looks different, but the pronunciation is the same. We. Romanization is different because so we know that which alphabet the romanization is referring to, but the sound is the same. Simple. So here's the writing order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, so busy. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We. Okay, so how do native Korean people write it? So, like this. We is okay. We is okay. Or some busy people write it like we, as in 괴. 괴 is okay. 괜찮아. Like, do you know this word? 괜찮아 is okay. 괜 is okay. Or some busy people write it even like this. like this. Or like, what other example? Like this. Yeah, so handwriting is not easy. Replace. So you are learning the conjugation, right? I totally understand you. That's why I prepare a lot of conjugation lessons. Although in the next 15 weeks, actually 12 weeks left, I think. In the next 12 weeks, we'll focus on the pronunciation plus this Korean alphabet, handwriting. However, the conjugation is so important and you need to practice a lot. I'll continue preparing the conjugation lessons for you so you can memorize it more easily. I hope my lessons will help you. Okay, so as a lot of people mentioned, a lot of people say, where, right? So yes, my first example is this. 왜, it means why, 왜. And another example is this. 돼지, 돼지, it means pig, oink, oink. In Korean, pig makes sounds like this. This is how pig makes sound. It's not oink, oink. It's 돼지, pig. And let's move on to the next alphabet. Woo! We are covering many alphabets today, right? John, this one is relatively simple, I would say, because this is U plus E. Can you pronounce U and E quickly? We. So this is we. And a lot of people say this. Does is this sounds the same? We. So the first one, this one is like we. The second one is like we. Do you see the difference? Do you hear the difference? Again, let me repeat it because this is confusing part for many Korean learners. So first one, 의. Second, we. They sound almost similar, but difference is the starting sound. When I pronounce the first sound, my shape of my mouth is like this. So I don't make my mouth small like this. Nope. It's just like But the second one, to make this sound, I first make my mouth shaped like like chew. Like we. So I know it's not an easy sound, but just be careful when you start making your mouth shape. The first one, just relax your mouth. You don't have to make it small, big, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't have to do that. Just relax and we. Second one, we. You need to make your mouth small, like sound. Okay. Great. And replace thanks for the comment. And 맞아요. 가위바위보. Do you know this one? 가위바위보, like rock, scissors, paper in Korean. 가위바위보. 가위바위보. By the way, in English you say rock, scissors, paper, but in Korean we say scissors, rock, paper. Scissors, rock, paper. 가위바위보. 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 So how Korean people do that. Okay, so this is a stroke order. 1, 2, 3. Simple. Again. 1, 2, 3. So now let's look at the handwriting quickly. Korean people write it like this. We or we. Some people write it like this. As in we. So we. And my example is this. We already got some examples from bracket. Yes. We. Oops. We means stomach, not your belly or the stomach that you can touch, but inside it's an organ like this. It's an organ. It's not the stomach, general your belly, tummy like this. It's talking about the organ, stomach that digests the food inside your mouth, inside your body. So stomach as an organ. We. And next example is this. 귀. Ear, 귀. So we. Why there are also different words for stone and paper like 바위 and 종이? The good question. So, very, very good question. So basically, 바위 literally means rock, and 돌 means stone, and 돌 is more general, but 바위 is usually like big stone. And in my opinion, we chose 바위 because of the rhythm, like 가위바위보. 가위 and 바위 sounds very similar, so it has very good rhythm, especially when you do this rock, scissors, paper in Korean. So I think that's why we chose 바위 for stone or rock. And for 종이, actually 보 is not commonly used. Not commonly used word for like paper, but it's more like the cloth, but it's not a common word. But in my opinion, they chose this word because it's because of the rhythm, like 가위바위보. So you know, it's just for it's kind of like song 가위바위보. Okay, so going back to the lesson. So John is wo, and 짜잔 is simple. It's U sound plus O sound, and it becomes wo. It's simple because can you pronounce U and O quickly? As in U, O, wo, 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 wo. So this is a wo. And replace, thanks for your comment, but actually I think we already mentioned your question in our previous lesson. So for those of you who watched my video for many weeks, I'll skip it. Please watch the previous one. Okay, so it's wo sound, wo sound. Okay, so the stroke order is simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again is 1, 2, 3, 4. And Korean people write it like this. Oops, I prefer yellow because it's more outstanding. Wo, or it really depends on the person. Or like this. So like wo, or wo. Yeah. So wo. You can put any consonant on the top. So some handwriting tip. Okay, so here are some example words that I prepared for you. First word is wo, wo, wo. It means what, what. So what is your name? 이름이 뭐예요? 이름이 뭐예요? 이름이 뭐예요? And the correct pronunciation is wo, 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 as in wo, wo. But when we speak very quickly, people tend to say like o sound, like in wo. The correct one should be wo, but when we speak quickly, as in 이름이 뭐예요? 이름이 뭐예요? It often sounds like 뭐, o sound. Okay, and the next one is this. 고마워, 고마워, wo. It means thank you, which I want to tell everyone here. 고마워, thank you very much. 고마워, wo. So this is very clear, right? So our last letter is this. 짜잔. U plus 에. And this is simple. Can you pronounce u, 에 quickly? U, 에, we. Simple. Very good. You did the job. Very good. So it sounds like we. And a lot of people say, oh, it sounds very similar to we and we. We. So, are these three sounds exactly the same? I would say, yes, it's almost similar. Almost similar. This one is clear. These two are the same. We, and this one is sounds almost the same, but there's a mini difference. First one, when you pronounce this sound, the shape of your mouth is like O sound. We. This one, when you pronounce it, the shape of your mouth is like U sound because there's U here, as in we. So there is a difference. However, when we speak fast in daily life, we pronounce it almost in the same way. We don't pronounce it we like this. So when you hear that, you will notice that it sounds almost similar. Although there is a difference when we pronounce it correctly. So here's a stroke order for you. 짠, 짠. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Many strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We. I replaced. Oh, you finally understand. Good to hear that. And 쿼티 맞아요. 아ction, Wales. That's a good example. A wedding? Perfect. 진짜 잘했어요. Very good wedding. Like wedding dress, wedding dress, wedding dress, wedding dress. 아, 뭐랄까, wearable. So these days there are a lot of wearable devices. Yeah. 짠, my examples are this. First is waiter. Waiter is from the English word. And second example is this. 훼손. Damage. So 훼손, damage. 왜. Oh, good. So we covered many alphabets today. How many did I cover? Like 6, 11. Many. So you did a great job today. So let's quickly review what we learned. So I write it quickly while reading this. 짠. 에, 예, 의, 왜, 와, 왜, 위, 워, 왜. Are you okay with this? Now there will be no romanization, so challenge yourself. So I write it, so maybe some people want to root my video for reviewing. So let's go. 에, 예, 의, 왜, 와, 왜, 위, 워, 왜. That's it. Oh, good. And I noticed something. For this sound, I didn't introduce the handwriting. Oh, I just remembered. So this is a common one, but some busy people write it like this. As in, do you remember the waiter? Like this. Waiter or 훼손, like this. When we write it quickly, it will look like this. Okay, so today we covered many different compound Korean vowels, and thank you so much for your comment and sharing the examples. Those are very helpful for those of you who are in the comment or watching this video. Thank you so much. Your participation is so much appreciated. And KD, 탈리아 씨 진짜 고마워요. 감사합니다. And I tried to answer your questions, but if I didn't answer you, feel free to leave a comment on Korean Class 1 on YouTube and Facebook. I check the comment after this live streaming, so I try to answer you. I make sure to answer your questions. 감사합니다. And I know we have many good students who love practicing. I don't know, it's hard to pronounce it. Who love practicing Korean words that we learned today. So feel free to write those words on your note and show me your handwriting, or you can make a sentence. You can make a sentence using the words that you learned today. That will be a great practice. And Jolie 가일런 감사합니다. 쿼티 씨 저도 재밌었어요. It was fun. So 오늘 배운 단어를 연습해 보세요. Practice the words you learned today. If you tag me on Instagram, I'll correct you, or feel free to leave a comment on Korean Class 101, Facebook, and not Facebook, YouTube actually after the lesson. After the lesson, it's easier to check YouTube comments. Okay, so before leaving, I have announcement as usual, because a lot of people join in the middle of this class. So you might miss this free Hangul writing worksheet. You can get it for free from the link in the description. So please check it out. This is completely free. Okay, so next week, 짜잔, we are going to talk about 받침. 두둥. 받침 is one of the hard, very difficult for beginners. So let's start from the basic, easy 받침 together. You will be okay if you learn this 받침 and Korean alphabet with me. So please join it at 1 p.m. in Korean time on April 4th. it will be Thursday as usual. 감사합니다. Thank you so much everyone. And Jolie, Gailong, Bracket, Talia, Kwati, Satyam, Emily, and Replace, Akshay. Thank you so much for many comments today. And I'll see you next week. 감사합니다. 다음 주에 봐요.